In the realm of psychology, one notes a pattern termed the positivity offset, in which individuals tend to perceive neutral situations in a mildly positive manner, thus typically rating their lives as good. This is notably juxtaposed against the negativity bias. A single study housing two separate sub-investigations was conducted to explore the disparity between the positivity offset and the negative bias, examining if the predominance of one or the other could be potentially detrimental to certain individuals. The first investigation gauged an individual's reactions to various stimuli like images, sounds, and words. The results revealed a comparative prevalence of positivity offset, favoring positive stimuli over negative. In contrast, the negative bias showed the opposite affinity, favoring negative stimuli over positive. What intrigued the researchers was the prediction of positivity offset and negative bias through diverse behaviors rather than through pre-established personality measures. Initiated to replicate and validate the aforementioned findings, the second study drew evidence indicating a preference for positivity offset when the effective level input was insignificant, while it tilted towards negative bias when the input level was considerable. The fundamental understanding of both positivity offset and negative bias lies in recognizing that both are not mutually exclusive, but symbiotically exist within the effective input level. The effective input level essentially assesses the effect of a particular stimulus on an individual. Two standard measures for verifying the authenticity of positivity offset and negative bias pertain to judgment and personality. The judgment instrumentation investigates any correlation between spatial and affect locations, an individual's comprehension of the stimulus and its influence. Conversely, the personality instrumentation considers whether an individual labels a stimulus as positive or negative. When viewed against the backdrop of depression, there is evidence suggesting a correlation between positivity offset and negative bias and how stimuli are perceived. Among the depressive demographic, the negative bias weighted more than the positivity offset. While healthy individuals portrayed balanced results, of both these findings imply that a balanced mind is more prone to the positivity offset. The research also indicated that individuals diagnosed with depression perceived pleasing or neutral stimuli as less positive compared to their healthier counterparts, as corroborated by several other studies. Individuals in a depressed state exhibit an aversion for positivity, although their drive to do things is negligible. John Cacioppo, a renowned social neuroscience researcher, posits that humans tend to perceive their environment optimistically, provided there's no immediate threat. This is due to what Cacioppo refers to as the positivity offset, which drives humans to interact and explore their environment rather than adopting a passive or an aversive stance, regardless of culture or nationality. The average and median perceptions of life satisfaction aren't neutral as one might predict, but gently positive. Notably, the exception to this positivity offsets includes those living in persistent poverty, under constant threat, or suffering from depression. Surprisingly, groups who are expected not to exhibit the positivity offsets, such as the chronically ill, elderly, and those with paraplegia and spinal injuries, do. Although their life satisfaction may not return to what it was pre-injury or illness, their happiness or satisfaction typically stabilizes at a level above neutrality after approximately 2 years. They view themselves as generally satisfied and happy rather than the convert. Many influential psychological studies on life satisfaction have emerged from the work of Ed Diener and his team, who have collected life satisfaction data from a broad array of cultures, both modern and traditional, across the globe.